Kenneth Slessor is one of those poets you learn about in English. As Plato said, wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. Slessor is certainly the former. Poetry is a way to convey deeper meanings in the words by using poetic techniques to illustrate your points across. That's exactly what Slessor did. Speaking of Slessor, on March 27th, 1901, Kenneth was born in Orange, New South Wales, Australia. The modernist style of Slessor's poetry is evident in its frequent exploration of themes related to time, morality, and the human condition. Literature enthusiasts continue to study and appreciate Slessor's work because of his lasting legacy in Australian poetry. The Reverend Samuel Marsden?
The Reverend Samuel Marsden.
He was a historical figure, a religious man who became a judge in the 1820s. He was revered in England, but became known locally for his cruelty, hypocrisy, and materialism. The persona, Marsden, is describing the way he is inflicting punishment on a twice convicted person. He also explains his devotion to God and justifies his cruelty through religious allusions to serving their theocratic views. Slessor challenges widely held beliefs and representation of Australian historical figures and events. 4 stanzas with the final stanza being a single line, rhyming couplets. The poem has a strong rhyme and rhyming scheme which gives the poem a childlike sing-song beat, making it seem like a Marsden is enjoying his pursuit of punishment. Strong and violent imagery demonstrated through religious allusion in the first-person narrative. Now, moving on. William Street is about Slessor's views on the chaotic nature of where he grew up. He understands the fact that the average viewer might find it ugly, but Slessor knows the streets for what it is. It is home, so he finds it lovely. In his poem, one of the quotes is, "You find this ugly, I find this lovely." The technique is repetition. The way he makes you, the reader, be described as the norm, because it's the norm to find William Street ugly. Slessor finds it lovely, juxtaposing the two ideas. Slessor describes how the neon lights of William Street look on a rainy night. A circle of red light, green light, then the color of liquor, and flashing arrows reflect of the ground. The wet street is like a deep river of light. While some people might find it repulsive, Slessor finds it beautiful. Now, let's go forward in time. It's 1994, you're on the train after work. You get back to your stuffy apartment, the smell of crime fills your nose. You turn on the radio.
You're just sitting at home doing this shit? You should be honoring a medal for this. Stop fucking around and be a man.
Nasir Jones, or Nas, did the impossible. Not only did he revolutionize an entire genre of music, he also highlighted the horrors of growing up in this part of New York City. This whole album can be endlessly analyzed for its complexity and its subtle implications. Yet, there is only one song that stands above all the others. Nasir doesn't hold any punches. He throws them! The constant beat in the background can be paralleled to the constant crime on the streets. The jazzy riff can be paralleled to the underground feel, which New York City is very underground. This song is a reflection of what Nasir had to grow up with.
Life is parallel to hell, but I must maintain it.
This is a metaphor showing the everyday struggle he had to live through. This line creates visual imagery, which vividly relates to the experience Slessor endured back in William Street. Ghost trousers like the dangle of hung men.
I think of crime when I'm in a New York state of mind.
Shows the profound feelings that Nasir has towards this place he grew up, Queens. Same can be said for William Street. You find this ugly, I find it lovely.
I never sleep, cause sleep is the cousin of death.
This line can be taken as, don't take your good friends and loved ones for granted. Don't neglect them, and just don't assume they'll always be around. When you're asleep, that's when death can creep in. This specific song, and the whole album, will be resounded for years to come. Illmatic will be a timeless classic, and will serve as a glimpse into how life in Queens was, and how it is compared to the present day. This statement can also be said for Slessor's William Street. This title is a lie, because I already did a conclusion at the last title card. Anyways, yeah, That's about it. See ya.